What's going on, guys? This is Brawl Star Dev here with our first video on the channel. Today we're just going to be playing a little bit of smash and grab on Bonebox with who I think is the most adept character for this map, and that is going to be Poco. Now the reasons that I think Poco is the best on this map mainly is because of his area of denial abilities with his main attack, and his healing ability, which just allows you to stay in the fight longer and give you higher potential for area denial. Now, if you're not familiar with the concept of area denial, it's essentially the ability to keep enemies pressured out of a certain area or denying them area to walk through or be in a certain space. There's probably a couple brawlers I'd say is in my top 3 or top 5 list right now as far as area denial goes in the game. Number 1 on my list definitely is Barley, just because of the poison that he has the ability to leave on the ground, and not to mention his super, which we can all understand exactly why that's has or provides a lot of area denial. It just covers so much area and lasts for a long time and really lets him hold that number 1 spot. So we're going to try to see if we can take mid here with this bull. We're kind of getting pressured out. This Colt might be able to go down in 2 hits. There we go. As long as we can stay alive, we can try to hold mid. It looks like we're up ahead on gems for this game right now, and we want to make sure to keep it that way. So there's an easy little double kill, and Nita's probably going to go for the bull, so we can take him around this right side, and that's an extra gem for us. And that might have been an easy win for this game, but to talk about it a little bit more, I mean, the reason that I think Poco is best for this map is because of the shape of the map. That box on the inside makes it really easy when you're playing role as gem carrier, or really I suppose any role on your team, to keep people out of that bone box, I guess, in the middle, and keep them pressured in those side lanes or the mid lane, kind of holding them at top. I'm going to go ahead and start up this next game here. So I'll get into it a little bit more specifically once this game starts. Normally on this map with Poco, I would say your main role is probably to be gem carrier, unless you have a Mortis or a tank, like maybe a Bull or El Primo. I don't really see too many people play El Primo on this map though. It was a little bit rare to see that Bull in the last game as well. Whoa, alright, let's see if we can stay alive here. And yep, secured that kill. We got nicked by the bow. We should have stayed in that top corner, but that's okay. It's still early game. So see if we can help out our Colt here. Yep, go. And so, as you can see, it makes it a little bit more difficult to keep the area of control that you need when you have enemy brawlers or even teammate brawlers breaking down the walls like such. Oh yeah, we died. Yeah, so it makes it a little bit harder when people are breaking down walls. Nonetheless, you want to try to stay in the grassy areas and stay near those walls as much as possible to keep that cover and allow you to kind of peek and poke behind walls so you can stay alive and just try to keep that pressure and use that area to your advantage as much as possible. We're going to try to stay away from the Shelly here. And we'll just get rid of these mines while we can, so that center is a little more safe for us. But one of the things that I really like about Poco, and I think it lets him excel on this map, is, like I said earlier, due to the shape of the map and the width of the corridors and the hallways and stuff, with the range of Poco's main attack, it allows you to easily stay with the cover, while simultaneously pushing people back and keeping doorways or openings blocked, and things like that. So since we have these gems, we're going to go ahead and retreat. There's no reason for us to be in a fight. Oh my gosh. So let's hope our team can hold those gems, and he can hold out for just a second. Alright, he's dead. And this should be game here. So yeah, we'll see how big of a winning spree we can go ahead and go on. Going back a little bit to what I was talking about earlier, and the top 3 to 5 characters I think are best for area of denial. I know I said Barley was number 1. I'd probably have to put Poco or Bo second. I say Bo because his mines provide good area of denial when you're trying to protect an objective or block out certain pathways or lanes against enemy brawlers. Alright, so let's see if we can go ahead and take mid. Poco, again, kind of self-explanatory, and kind of been talking about it. But I feel like that lets him earn that number 2 spot pretty easily. One of the other characters that also is probably tied for around maybe 3rd or 4th is Crow. The reason I say Crow is because of his poison. It really makes brawlers have to stay out of the fight, and even when you're approaching a certain area, up there. When you're approaching a certain area, and if there's an enemy brawler, it may cause them, if they can see you, to want to purposefully back out because they're afraid of being poisoned. In turn, creating an area of denial for them, or if you are able to nick them with the poison, it definitely makes them want or need to back out of the fight. Alright, let's see if we can stay alive here and get some damage off. Okay, we couldn't do it. That bull is going to be a problem because he has a ton of health. And he is the primary gem carrier right now. Okay, so we might end up taking this loss if we can't get up fast enough. Let's see if we can just stay mid. As long as we can kill the Piper, we should be okay. Can we do it? Can we make it? Nope, it was just barely off there. So I should have backed out a little bit sooner and been aware of the enemy's positioning. They were kind of in a triangle and I was in the center of it, and that's ultimately why I died. So you want to make sure to be aware of your positioning for things like that when you're on the map. But we're going to go ahead and jump into probably one last game here where we're going to dive a little bit deeper into strategy. I'm going to try to do my best to be commentating and playing to my fullest potential, but we'll see here. So a lot of the time when I'm playing carefully, I like to approach the side lanes and be careful of Pipers, things like that. So I backed off. Okay, still died. But yeah, I like to sometimes start off in the side lanes when I have someone with a lot of health that can take center, like that Primo. Looks like they have a Primo as well, and we might end up dying here again. Oh, end up surviving, but let's heal up. But yeah, that's mainly for starting. It looks like because of their team comp, I'm really going to want to try my hardest to take control of the center once we can get that Shelly out, and this might be an easy kill as well. We just gotta stay away from the Primo and try to collect these gems while he's on the side there. One of the other strategies that I really like to do when I'm coordinating with a teammate or just on my own is when I'm taking this upper lane here, I can kind of go around top through that center lane and pressure any brawlers back into the corners, kind of how that Piper went off to the left. And when I do that, I'll then kind of peek around this corner, and due to Poco's range, you can kind of reach the entire area, and it allows you to really keep him pressured and hold him back in those spots. So let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about here. Kind of like that. She's going to go up to that right side. Well, it looks like she died. I think the Shelly is still around. Let's stay away. Let's heal up our team. And let's do our best to not die. Oh! We ran on top of that Shelly, but they didn't get us. Looks like they're not going for me. Yeah, Primo almost did it. But yeah, those are one of the good pressuring strategies I like to do when you're in those top corners, and you take advantage of the side and middle lanes to keep them out of the bone box, essentially. So looks like we may end up taking this W here as long as we can keep the Shelly off of our Primo. Yeah, Primo's hiding in the bushes. We're going to go ahead and take this win here. As far as team compositions for this map that pair well with Poco, and especially when you're attempting to trophy push, I really like to have Barley on a team and Bo. They both, I think, provide, as I said earlier, great area of denial, and it allows for a team composition full of area of denial, or brawlers that have high potential for area of denial, to just create a good team composition for a map like Bonebox. So thank you guys for watching this video here today. Let me know what you think, or if you have any suggestions for future videos. The next one that I may be coming out with is a bit of an in-depth guide to area denial and maybe my top 3 to 5 lists as far as that goes. So yeah guys, just let me know down in the comments section, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.